really, this pandemic has changed our culture and our thought process on how we work.
We want to look at where our company is going to be in 2 to 3 years from now and design a remote work policy for that versus just coming out of this post-pandemic world in this interim time. So it is a bit forward thinking of how we see work evolving, and it is still being developed, but it's exciting to see that these things are aligning together, which I think will be very helpful for our employees and enhance their experience.
Forevermore, this will, we'll have a points-based policy, which actually was one of the things that came out of the pandemic, just because it has really highlighted to us that everybody, I mean, it was like this before, but even more so now, that people have really unique concerns and situations that they're dealing with. And so I think that's one of the things that we have learned is how much flexibility is really required and needed for our program.
And we also just rolled out our international perm transfer core flex, and it's the same. It's points based. Here, without Benefits Builder, that really would not have been possible for us to roll that out. It would be too administratively cumbersome. So the feedback thus far has been positive from at least the employee experience perspective.
Had people asking for now at this point, can they come back to their home country to get a vaccine, which is probably a question that a lot of you are wrestling with. And again, I would say there's probably no right answer, but we have allowed employees to use their home leave budgets. We've not paid for a trip separately, but if they want to use their home leave budget to return home, they can.
We also implemented pretty quickly, I think within the first 2 weeks of the pandemic, a COVID leave of 10 business days that can be used to care for yourself, your family members. And then eventually, as things evolved, it was used if you needed to get the vaccination or you're recovering from it.
And one of the areas that we most likely will see more in the short term is how do we incorporate DE&I into our HR policies, which includes global mobility.
And I do think that this is something that absolutely is going to be integrated into our mobility policies going forward. I think it's something we can't ignore. And I think it's something that we have to think about for going forward, just to make sure that our policies are very equitable and that we're giving everyone an opportunity for a mobility experience. So I do think it's definitely going to be integrated more in the future.